Once you turn 60, life changes in ways you might not fully expect until you are living it. As a doctor who has spent decades working with older adults, I can tell you that this phase of life can either be filled with richness and meaning or shadowed by regret and loneliness. What makes the difference are not just external circumstances, but the essentials you carry with you into your 60s. I want to talk to you about 5 things you absolutely must have when you reach this milestone. Missing these, I promise you, will bring a heaviness to your days that no one wants to carry. I speak from experience, from conversations with countless patients, and from studies that show what truly matters as we grow older. First, you must have your health. I am not just talking about the absence of illness, but about maintaining a body and mind strong enough to enjoy life. Studies from the World Health Organization and the National Institute on Aging repeatedly show that the quality of life in older age is directly linked to physical health. When you turn 60, your metabolism slows down, muscle mass decreases, and bones become more fragile. Without proactive care, simple tasks become difficult, independence dwindles, and depression often follows. The regret here is harsh because many conditions are preventable or manageable. Take heart disease, for example. According to the American Heart Association, heart disease is the leading cause of death in adults over 65. But many of these deaths could be avoided through regular exercise, a balanced diet, and monitoring blood pressure. Simple habits like walking 30 minutes a day, choosing whole foods over processed snacks, and staying hydrated are small steps that pay enormous dividends. When you neglect these, you may find yourself trapped by ailments that keep you from the things you love, whether it is playing with grandchildren, traveling, or just walking in the park. That regret is not just physical pain, but a deep sorrow for lost opportunities. Second, you need strong social connections. This is something science has backed up time and again. Research from Harvard's longitudinal study on adult development, which has tracked people for over 75 years, found that the single greatest predictor of a long and happy life is not wealth or fame, but the quality of relationships. When you reach 60, the risk of isolation grows. Friends move away, partners pass on, and children become busy with their own lives. But the absence of meaningful connections leads to loneliness, which the Journal of the American Medical Association links to increased risks of dementia, heart disease, and early death. Those who lack social ties suffer more physical and mental health problems than those who have a circle of friends and family to lean on. You might think technology can fill the gap, but phone calls and video chats, while helpful, cannot replace the warmth of human touch or face-to-face conversation. I have seen patients who once felt invisible blossom when they joined community groups or reconnected with old friends. This human bond gives life color and comfort. Without it, the years ahead can feel unbearably cold and empty. Third, you must have a purpose. When you are young, purpose often comes from your career or raising a family. But after 60, those chapters often close or change shape. Purpose is not about grand achievements, but about having a reason to get up in the morning, something to invest your time and heart in. Studies from the Psychological Science Journal found that seniors with a clear sense of purpose have lower rates of cognitive decline and live longer than those who feel aimless. Purpose fuels motivation and can be found in many forms: volunteering, gardening, learning a new skill, or caring for a pet. Without it, life can feel like a slow, meaningless drift. I remember one patient who, after retirement, fell into a deep sadness because he believed his life had no meaning anymore. Once he started teaching local kids how to read, his mood and health improved dramatically. Having purpose is the anchor in a world where so much changes. It brings joy and resilience even when the body weakens. Fourth, you need financial stability. This is a reality no one likes to confront, but ignoring it can cause unbearable stress. According to the National Council on Aging, nearly half of older adults face economic challenges that threaten their ability to pay for essentials like medications, housing, and food. Money worries lead to anxiety and often force seniors to make difficult sacrifices, such as skipping doctor visits or cutting back on nutrition. The result is a vicious cycle that damages both physical and mental health. Having a reliable income or savings and a clear plan for your finances provides security and peace of mind. It allows you to make choices about your care, your living situation, and your activities without fear. I always advise my patients to start planning for retirement early and seek professional advice. When you turn 60 without financial stability, regret can hit hard because it limits your freedom to live comfortably and with dignity. Finally, you need to cultivate mental and emotional resilience. Life after 60 can bring losses of loved ones, independence, and sometimes even identity. The ability to cope with change, to adapt, and to find hope in difficult times is vital. Research published in the Journal of Gerontology shows that older adults with higher emotional resilience have better health outcomes and report greater life satisfaction. Resilience is not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about acknowledging hardship and choosing to keep moving forward. Mindfulness practices, therapy, and strong support networks all help build resilience. Without it, the weight of grief, fear, or loneliness can become crushing. I have sat with many seniors who felt defeated until they learned tools to manage stress and find meaning in their struggles. That shift often rekindles a spark that had been lost. When you turn 60, these 5 things, health, relationships, purpose, financial security, and resilience, become the pillars that support a good life. Missing even one can bring deep regret because they are intertwined. Poor health limits your social life and sense of purpose. Lack of money can cause stress that affects your mental resilience. Loneliness can sap your will to maintain your health. That is why I urge you not to wait. Start building these now if you haven't already. Make your health a priority by staying active and following medical advice. Reach out to friends or community groups and invest in relationships. Find what brings you joy and purpose beyond work. Plan and protect your finances with care, and work on emotional resilience through self-care and support. Turning 60 is not an end, but a new beginning, a chance to live with wisdom, grace, and fulfillment. But it requires intention and effort. Those who enter this decade with these 5 things often say it is their best time of life. Those who don't often look back with sorrow on what they lost or neglected. I hope these words reach you before regret ever has a chance to settle in your heart. Take care of these essentials. Your future self will thank you for it deeply. How to build emotional resilience. When facing life's challenges is something every person experiences. But as we grow older, these challenges often become heavier, more complex, and sometimes deeply personal. I want to talk to you about how to build emotional resilience, the kind of strength that does not erase pain, but allows you to face it with courage and grace. Emotional resilience is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes, and this strength can carry you through times when the world feels uncertain or overwhelming. I have seen how this resilience can transform lives, especially in seniors, helping them not only survive but thrive despite setbacks. There is solid science behind this too. Studies from institutions such as the American Psychological Association and research published in journals like Aging and Mental Health show that emotional resilience significantly reduces symptoms of depression and anxiety among older adults, improves physical health outcomes, and even lengthens life expectancy. At its core, emotional resilience means adapting to adversity and recovering from difficulties without losing hope or purpose. One important step to building this resilience is accepting that life will have hardships. Denying pain or pretending it does not exist only delays healing. When you allow yourself to feel emotions honestly, you begin to understand what you are going through. A study from Stanford University demonstrated that people who acknowledge and express their feelings rather than suppress them experience lower stress levels and better immune function. This is crucial because stress, if unchecked, can worsen chronic illnesses common in older adults, like heart disease and diabetes. The ability to face emotions head-on creates a foundation for strength. Another vital piece of building resilience is cultivating a positive mindset, not in the sense of ignoring difficulties, but in choosing to focus on what can be controlled and what can be learned from hardships. Research by psychologists Martin Seligman and Barbara Fredrickson shows that positive emotions broaden our thinking and help us build lasting psychological resources. For seniors, this might mean focusing on gratitude for small joys, like a kind word from a friend or a sunny morning, rather than dwelling on what has been lost. A daily practice of writing down things you are grateful for has been shown to improve mood and reduce depressive symptoms. This does not erase grief or pain, but gives the mind space to heal and grow. Connection to others plays a profound role in emotional resilience. Humans are social beings, and isolation can magnify feelings of despair. A groundbreaking study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that strong social relationships improve resilience by providing emotional support and practical help during difficult times. I always encourage my patients to nurture friendships, join community groups, or even seek counseling if needed. Talking about your feelings and experiences with trusted individuals not only lightens your emotional load, but also offers new perspectives and solutions. When you feel heard and supported, you are more equipped to handle life's storms. Taking care of your physical health also directly influences your emotional resilience. The mind and body are deeply connected. Regular physical activity, even gentle exercises like walking or stretching, releases endorphins, natural mood boosters that reduce anxiety and improve sleep. The National Institute on Aging highlights that seniors who engage in consistent physical activity report better mental health and greater resilience. Additionally, getting enough restorative sleep helps regulate emotions and enhances problem-solving skills. When you neglect your body, you make it harder for your mind to cope with stress. Eating a balanced diet rich in nutrients supports brain health and energy levels, which are vital in facing daily challenges. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques are powerful tools for building resilience. Practices such as deep breathing, meditation, or guided imagery have been shown in studies from Harvard Medical School to reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and improve emotional regulation. For seniors who face chronic pain or anxiety, these techniques can create a sense of calm and control when life feels chaotic. Mindfulness teaches us to stay present in the moment, preventing our minds from spiraling into worries about the past or future. Over time, this practice rewires the brain to respond to stress with greater calm and clarity. Another critical aspect is setting realistic goals and maintaining a sense of purpose. Resilience is not about bouncing back to a previous state, but moving forward with intention. Research published in the Journal of Gerontology shows that older adults with clear goals and a sense of purpose have stronger resilience and better mental health outcomes. Purpose could be something as simple as caring for a garden, volunteering, or learning a new hobby. Having a reason to get up in the morning and something to work toward provides motivation and a framework to face setbacks without losing direction. Without purpose, it is easy to feel adrift when challenges come. It is also important to recognize that building resilience does not mean doing it all alone. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Whether it is reaching out to family, joining support groups, or seeking professional counseling, sharing your burden lightens it and gives you tools to manage better. Studies confirm that seniors who actively seek support cope more effectively with life stressors and have higher quality of life. I have witnessed many patients transform their outlook when they embrace support networks and learn coping strategies from others. Finally, be patient with yourself. Building emotional resilience is a lifelong process. It does not happen overnight and often involves setbacks and hard work. Celebrate small victories, whether it is managing a difficult day or learning a new coping skill. Each step forward strengthens your resilience muscle. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about facing it with courage and hope, knowing that you have the inner resources to rise again. In the end, emotional resilience is a gift you give yourself. It allows you to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with dignity and strength. It means waking up each day knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have the tools and mindset to meet it. As you grow older, this resilience becomes more than just survival. It becomes the foundation of a meaningful and joyful life. I encourage you to take these insights to heart and begin nurturing your emotional resilience today. Your future self will thank you deeply for the strength and peace you build now.